4 things I wish I learned in college. I graduated with my associate's degree before I got my high school diploma. I got my bachelor's degree at 20. I got my first master's at 21. And I got my second master's degree at 22. And there's 4 main things that I wish I learned in college that would have revolutionized all these years after. But now that I learned them, I'm starting to take advantage of them and things are starting to change for the better. First things first, I wish school in general would make failure a much more acceptable thing. They'd make an F, aka a failing grade, be seen as such a detrimental thing, and it truly breaks people down because once they get out of school into the real world where failure is typical, failure is normal, and failure is the only process for you to actually learn, it's demonized and a lot of people can't truly accept it. My entire life I've been an academic whiz. I've never really struggled with school outside of like preschool up to maybe 3rd grade, and coming out of college having to face failure, I would constantly be demoralized because of the fact I was so used to always doing everything right. It's truly something that I still sometimes struggle with, and I've had to put myself in a place of actually going through rejection therapy. I'll purposely go do things intending to fail so that I can get used to being told no, being turned down, and having to feel that uncomfortable feeling of not doing the right thing or not getting a yes, not being told yes, not making a sale, whatever it may be, because having the ability to fail and stand back up, to be knocked down and stand back up, to face hardship after hardship after hardship and say that it's okay that I didn't win this time, I'll win sometime soon. It builds character. It's caused me to be more driven. It's been revolutionary in my life because of the fact that now I'm taken out of that school perception of life where you must get an A to be seen as worthy. You must get a good grade to be seen as worthy. I'm able to fail and accept that failure for what it is. It's a lesson. It's something that I can learn from. And a lot of people don't have that skill. A lot of people don't have that ability. And they're so stuck in that education system thought process of an A is the only way, that when they're in the real world and they don't win, they don't succeed, they quit because they thought that everything was supposed to be cupcakes and roses. You're going to be given every answer. And as long as you follow that answer, then you're going to win. So the second thing that I wish I had learned from college was that life is a numbers game, and almost everything you do, you're going to fail far more than you win. But if you can play that numbers game enough times, you will face success far more than other people. Now, what I like to use as this example is if I gave you a button that said win $1 million on a random click and you had unlimited clicks, would you not just sit on the couch and just press that button nonstop? Just to frame this, I give you this button. You press it a random number of times. You get to press it as many times as you want, but every once in a while, one of those random numbers will populate $1 million into your bank account. You could give it to your buddy. They start pressing the button. At a random time, $1 million will populate into their account. Would you not just call your job up, quit, and then sit on the couch and just press that button nonstop? Because personally, I would. And that's how life is. When it comes to social media, you post enough videos, you post 1,000 videos on Instagram. I'm promising you, you're more than likely going to end up with a couple thousand followers bare minimum. You post 500 videos on YouTube, I promise you, you're going to end up with like 60,000 followers. Like, everything is a numbers game. And when you can learn skills and put it together with that numbers game, you'll be able to actually make your life far better. And it's a statistical thing. If you want to be a basketball player and you put up 1,000 shots from the exact same spot, by the time you get to that 1,000 shot, you'll be able to make a good amount in a row. Anything you do enough times, you will develop skill, you will get better, as long as you're trying to learn, grow, and improve. And as you go through that cycle of try a whole bunch of times, learn, iterate, improve, do it a bunch of times, learn, iterate, improve, your chances of getting better is going to improve, which is why learning to accept failure is a good thing. That's why it's paramount, because once you understand you're able to fail and failing is necessary to improve, then you're able to actually go out and play the numbers game that are going to change your life. It's the same with the gym. If you really think about it, if you're trying to bulk and put on this many pounds of muscle, think about how many sets and reps you have to do. Even if you just count one workout's worth. If you want to train like a bodybuilder, some of them go 5 sets of 12. So every day they're doing 60 reps and they're seeking failure. And then they come to that same workout the next week and they do another 5 sets of 12. 2 weeks, they're 120 reps in on their squats. Then they're doing hack squats. So add in the 4x8 for hack squats. Oh, that's another 32. So the following week, you're at 92 reps of just forms of squatting or a squat variation. Think about how many reps you put in just in bodybuilding. If you want to be a good shooter, think about it. Kobe Bryant said every day he used to put up 500 shots. Within a week, he's already at 3,500 shots completed. Whether or not he made them, think about how many he missed. If you want to get a girlfriend, maybe you have to play a numbers game. Outline the criteria you want for a woman and then go talk to every woman that seems that has that type of criteria. I promise you, you'll find yours. That's just simply what it is. Life is a numbers game, and too many people don't accept that. Everybody thinks you're just simply given what you're given, and that some people end up more lucky, when in reality, they had to play that numbers game. They had to fail far more than you ever could have conceived was possible for them to get where they're at. Then you're going to start thinking about how simple life can be if you just try again and try again and try again and try again. And so once you've actually gotten the concept of life is a numbers game, then you need to understand that everything is sales. From your relationships, your mind, your time, your energy, everything is sales. You're selling your time to your job. You're selling your character and who you are as a person to your partner. You're selling the fact that you're loyal, loving, and responsible to your family. You're selling your love, responsibility, and loyalty to your friend. There's a lot of things that you're constantly selling. Even the fact of, if you're a gamer and you want your homeboy to play Call of Duty with you, and he's saying, no, I want to play 2K, you got to sell him on the idea of playing Call of Duty. And there's different sales tactics that you employ. Maybe you'll strong arm him. Yup, if you're going to keep playing that, I'm about to get on 2K and I'm finna be on the other team to whoop your ass. Now your friend's annoyed, like, okay, cool, let's go play Call of Duty, whatever. When it comes to your partner, oh, I really don't want to take out the trash today, but hey, babe, I'll get you some ice cream if you do it this time. Sales. So when it comes to many aspects of life, if you learn sales and then you start to implement sales into the every fabric of your being, and then play your numbers game and accept failure when it comes, you're going to become unbeatable. It's very hard for you to lose when you're willing to fail. You're doing this more than anybody else, and you know the art of sales and are able to apply sales to every aspect of your life, especially when a lot of people don't have the concept of failing for fun. When people aren't willing to put in the numbers and play that numbers game. When people don't even know how to sell, and it's actually a very, very niche group of people who have that skill. A lot of people can't sell. You put yourself in a class of your own. These are things that are paramount that I wish the college education system would teach. And that's why so many people are able to be entrepreneurs that never went to college and outwork, outgrind, and go farther in life than a lot of people who didn't, or who did go to college. Because a lot of people who go to college, me included, aren't capable of failing. They think they have to be perfect. They aren't capable of playing that numbers game because they got so many different assignments, or were able to complete that one assignment in the right way and got a good grade. Don't know how to sell because they've never been in a sales situation and position in their life. And so 4, the last and very most important thing is that your character trumps all. And you need to be able to know how to create your character. Now, your character is the person you play. It's the mask you put on for the world. And people may think that, oh, I'm not putting on a mask. I'm not. Who you are is nothing other than who you conceptualize yourself to be. The character you are is 100% within your control based on what you want to do and based on how you choose to think. But most people simply grow up, are being told, you are this way, they face this experience, and they go about it the exact same way, and that's what creates your character. Now, think about this. If my consciousness went into your body, would we go about things the exact same way? No. Because I'm completely different than you. The character I am is completely different than the character you are. And if you came in my body, you would not understand how to go about situations in the way that I do, because you don't think like me. You haven't experienced what I've experienced. You haven't read what I read. You haven't been where I've been. Nothing about who we are to the deepest core of our beings are the same. And so if I were to hop into your body and take control for a week, for a month, for a year, and go through situations the way I did, everybody would be like, why are you acting this way? Keyword acting. Why are you doing these things? What's going on? I don't even recognize you anymore. I don't even recognize you anymore. I've gone so long, and got so far. You feel me? That's the thing. Your character, who you are, who you're being, what you're doing is all based on choice. And it's the most important choice of your life. You have to decide the character you want to be. Now, if you can dictate your character, you can really sit down and say, I want to be this person doing this thing, being in this location, in this environment with these people. And you can truly emulate that person to the deepest depth of your core. You think like that person, you act like that person, you interact with people how they would. Your life is going to change because you as a person, you as a way of being will be completely different. And that'll give you a new opportunity to face and experience a new side of life. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to actually understand what it means to change your character, become a new character, and really write out the movie of life you want to live. Which is why I put together my entire course. If you want access to that, link will be in the description. But I'm also dropping a YouTube video on that exact concept. And if you want to see that, hit that follow button. I'll post it soon. But these have been 4 lessons that I wish I learned in college. And I hope I've been able to give you some knowledge, some information, and exactly what you need to be able to make growth and change in your own life so that you can be better. Stay smart, stay safe. I love you. It's been a real one. Peace.